Welcome to Supernova, the world of business and the environment, the ethics of sustainability and stewardship. In today's society, there is an increasing awareness of the impact of human activity on the natural environment. As a result, companies are increasingly expected to consider their social and environmental responsibilities in addition to their economic goals. This has given rise to the concept of sustainability, which refers to the ability of a system to maintain itself over time without degrading the resources on which it depends. In this context, stewardship refers to the responsible management and protection of these resources. The intersection of business and the environment raises complex ethical questions that require careful consideration. In this topic, we will explore the ethical dimensions of sustainability and stewardship in business, and the challenges and opportunities they present. We will also examine case studies of companies that have successfully integrated environmental concerns into their business models and consider the role of business in shaping a sustainable future. The ethics of sustainability and stewardship is a topic that explores the intersection of business and the natural environment. It focuses on the ethical dimensions of sustainability and stewardship, and the role of business in addressing environmental concerns. Exploring the intersection of business and the natural environment involves examining the ways in which business activities impact the environment, and how businesses can adopt practices that are more environmentally sustainable. This intersection involves the interplay between the economic and social priorities of businesses and the ecological priorities of the natural world. Business activities, such as manufacturing, transportation, and energy production, consume natural resources and generate pollution and waste. These activities can have negative impacts on the environment, including air and water pollution, deforestation, soil degradation, and climate change. At the same time, businesses rely on natural resources to operate and grow. For example, companies that rely on agricultural products need fertile land and clean water to produce their goods, while those that rely on fossil fuels need access to these non-renewable resources to power their operations. The intersection of business and the natural environment also involves examining the economic and social benefits of sustainable practices. By adopting practices that are more environmentally sustainable, businesses can reduce their environmental impact, increase efficiency, and improve their reputation with customers, employees, and investors. Sustainable practices can include things like reducing energy use, using renewable resources, and minimizing waste. Exploring the intersection of business and the natural environment involves balancing economic, social, and environmental considerations to create long-term value for all stakeholders. By adopting sustainable practices, businesses can reduce their environmental footprint while still achieving their economic goals. Sustainability refers to the ability of a system to maintain itself over time without degrading the resources on which it depends. In a business context, this means balancing economic, social, and environmental considerations to create long-term value for all stakeholders. Stewardship, on the other hand, refers to the responsible management and protection of these resources. The ethics of sustainability and stewardship examines the challenges and opportunities of integrating environmental concerns into business operations. This includes understanding the impact of business activities on the environment and society, identifying sustainable practices, and implementing strategies to mitigate environmental risks. Ethical considerations are central to this topic, as business decisions often have far-reaching consequences for the natural environment and future generations. Companies are increasingly expected to consider their social and environmental responsibilities in addition to their economic goals. And the business and the environment, the ethics of sustainability and stewardship explores how companies can meet these expectations in a responsible and ethical manner. Business activities can have significant impacts on the environment and society. Many business activities, such as manufacturing, transportation, and energy production, consume natural resources and generate pollution and waste. The impact of business activities on the environment can be significant. For example, factories that release pollutants into the air and water can have negative effects on the health of nearby communities and the quality of the local environment. The extraction and consumption of fossil fuels can also contribute to climate change, which has a wide range of environmental and social impacts, such as sea level rise, extreme weather events, and the displacement of people. Business activities can also have social impacts. For example, Businesses may employ workers in poor working conditions or use unfair labor practices, which can contribute to poverty and inequality. Companies may also engage in activities that harm local communities, such as deforestation or displacement of indigenous peoples. However, businesses can also have positive impacts on the environment and society. For example, companies that adopt sustainable practices can reduce their environmental footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. Companies can also create jobs and provide economic opportunities, particularly in disadvantaged communities. The impact of business activities on the environment and society depends on a wide range of factors, including the specific activities of the company, the context in which they operate, and the policies and regulations in place to govern their behavior. It is important for businesses to consider their environmental and social impact and take steps to mitigate any negative effects while maximizing the positive contributions they can make. Ethics of sustainability highlights the importance of integrating sustainability and stewardship into business operations, and the role of business in promoting a sustainable future for all. Integrating sustainability into business practices is critical for several reasons. Sustainability can help businesses reduce their environmental impact, which is increasingly important as the world faces environmental challenges such as climate change, air pollution, and biodiversity loss. By reducing their environmental footprint, businesses can contribute to a more sustainable future and ensure the availability of natural resources for future generations. Integrating sustainability can also help businesses improve their efficiency and reduce costs. Sustainable practices such as energy efficiency, waste reduction, and sustainable sourcing can help businesses save money on energy, materials, and other resources. Sustainability can help businesses build a positive reputation with consumers, employees, and investors. Consumers are increasingly concerned about the environmental and social impact of the products they buy, and companies that prioritize sustainability may be more attractive to these consumers. Similarly, employees are often more engaged and loyal to companies that prioritize sustainability, while investors may view sustainable companies as more financially stable and less risky. Integrating sustainability can help businesses meet regulatory requirements and stay ahead of changing regulations. Governments around the world are implementing regulations to address environmental and social challenges. And businesses that prioritize sustainability will be better positioned to comply with these regulations and avoid penalties. Integrating sustainability into business practices is important for both the long-term success of individual companies and the health and well-being of the planet and its inhabitants. In conclusion, the topic of business and the environment, the ethics of sustainability and stewardship highlights the critical need for businesses to adopt sustainable practices and consider their environmental impact. The concept of sustainability involves balancing economic, social, and environmental considerations to create long-term value for all stakeholders, while stewardship refers to the responsible management and protection of natural resources. Businesses face many challenges in integrating sustainability and stewardship into their operations, but the benefits are significant. By adopting sustainable practices, companies can reduce their environmental footprint, increase efficiency, and improve their reputation with customers, employees, and investors. However, adopting sustainable practices also requires a commitment to ethical principles. Companies must consider the impact of their actions on the environment and future generations, and ensure that they are not contributing to environmental degradation or social injustices. The topic of business and the environment, the ethics of sustainability and stewardship, highlights the importance of responsible business practices that balance economic, social, and environmental considerations. By promoting sustainability and stewardship, businesses can play a critical role in shaping a more sustainable future for all. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to our channel. We will see you on another one.